to live stream. Meeting is now streaming live. Fantastic. So welcome everybody. So everyone was complaining about it being Sunday at 1 o'clock, and I do apologize. It won't happen again. Next time, I think we'll just record it, and it's just as good with the recording to be sent out. So, guys, I just had a quick word with Stephen just before, 20 minutes ago or so, because I've been putting him under a lot of pressure to get these emails out, because I know how many of us are just waiting to get the sales on automation with the emails. However, I'm going to hand it over to Stephen. He's going to explain why we've had the delay. However, he's getting all set up and all ready to get us all. I just launched yesterday. I should have been launched last week. So Stephen's going to show you it's not even 24 hours, right? That was last night you launched me?
Correct.
Yeah, just last night he launched me, because he had to stop my campaign, then relaunch me to be closer to you guys. So he's going to explain, he's going to show you what's going on with it, and just elaborate exactly when all you guys are going to go live really, really soon. So, Stephen, over to you, and thank you for all the hard work. I tell you, this guy, he's got a day job, and then he stays up all night. You can 3 o'clock in the morning, and he'll answer you like that.
I don't know. You can see my red eye. I was up at 4 in the morning.
And I said, you better get some sleep, because we want to be sending out the emails to the right people. Look, so over to you, Stephen.
Yeah, I feel like I'm on the world stage. Hello, everyone. So the last week and a half, basically we've set up all your accounts, and all the emails are in there. They're warming up. The system actually tells us exactly when they're ready. Emma's been saying, "Oh, come on, let's launch. But even I can't say the exact date when it's going to launch, and I'll tell you why, and I'll show you why. Because what happens is our system is warming up all these emails, and if it gets a bounced email, what it does is it takes it out of spam and puts it back in the inbox. And what it's doing is it's teaching the algorithm that it's a safe email. So that just takes a little bit of time. And if I gave everyone their login and they launched early, it'll be at the detriment of yourself, because what you'll end up with is a bad domain with a bad reputation score. And I'll show you exactly what I mean in a second. So I'd spoken to Emma about that through the week, because you guys have already sort of come on board. You've already paid almost nearly like 3 weeks, some people. So we're going to double the amount of emails and the amount of mailboxes that will be pushing out for you in the first month. So you're going to basically be getting 2 months worth in the 1 month. So we're originally going to give you guys 2,500 emails that will be sent out for the month. It'll be closer to about probably 7 to 8,000. So you're going to get like 4 times the value of what you originally were going to get, and that's just basically saying thank you for being so patient. And we're definitely going to make sure that we make it up to you. And my end goal is to make sure that you get a sale. Look, put it this way: if you don't get a sale with 8,000 emails getting pumped out to people and they're all landing in inbox, then I would be very surprised, because as long as you can close them, I mean, the industry rate is about, I think it's about 2%. And at 2%, when you're sending out 8,000, it's a lot of emails. So I'm looking to see that there'll be a few people, like, when you go to the pokies and people go, "I won." That's what I want to see at the end of this month. It's going to be exciting. I'm looking forward to it. And I'm kind of, I said, I haven't even got the blueprint myself. I mean, the only thing I've have interested in is this software. But I'm that excited. I think I'm going to be taking the blueprint up myself, because I can see that I can see the power in it and how well it could work. The problem that I can see a lot of people have got is just getting the message out there. And I think from the feedback I'm getting from Emma with the social media, like she's pumping out those uh, those videos online, and they're just not getting the numbers that they used to. But the cold email is something that's been around since I feel like the turn of the century. um, that there is things with that Google is getting smarter, and all the Microsoft Outlook, they are getting smarter at actually fighting the spam, and that's what this system solves. So um, as long as you've got the right message, as long as you come with the right message, it's going to hit the inbox, so it's getting in front of people. So as long as you can get in front of people, and then with the right message, then there's no reason why you can't close some sales.
Mm.
So what we'll have to work on once we get it launched is um, making sure that the copy is actually converting. So because you guys are come in with there's like about 20 of yous, and Emma's been like so excited she wanted to tell everybody, and she goes, "Oh, can we bring more people on board?" And to be honest, for me, it's not about making lots of mega dollars or anything like that. It's about making sure that we got a really strong system and that you guys are getting delivered what I'd promised to you. So I haven't expanded it at all. We've just left it at what it is. And you guys are early starters, and you'll get rewarded for that. I'll make sure you do with some extra um, emails, and so we'll push out some extra messages and stuff. And not only that, Emma's working fairly close with me to have a look at all your emails or what you put out, and look at the message. Like, she's been really successful with um, what she's done so far, and I've seen her copy, and I'll be honest, her copy is as good as anyone's. Like, I said to her, should we get a copywriter to do it? But I had a look at her emails. They're really strong, and they have a really good open rate. Like, she's got some really good, strong subject lines, and there were some issues with some of the emails. Some of them were a bit long. People these days aren't into the long emails. They don't have time to just sit there and read a long email. They just want the message. So the things that the people are looking for is the three parts of a message. It's a really strong call to action, and then at the start of the email, um, what the first person says is what's in it for me before they close it. So that you've got to have a really good catch at the start. And then we reduce the number of links in the first couple, and then we just have one link in there. And then we make them a little bit shorter. If you got a personal story, um, then those emails are better to come a little bit later. So what I'll be doing is doing a bit of a mixture of emails between you guys, and actually we'll start to push up the stronger ones. So we're no longer testing as one or two people, because you guys as a group, we can get to the top a lot quicker, because we can look at which ones are the winning emails, why are they winning, and then we start to push those up to the top. And then what we'll see is over the next um, few months, it'll just the open rate will get better, the click rate will get better, you'll get more sales, but the sales won't come strong right at the start. You'll see some people starting to get some sales, and then what will happen is, as we test these emails, we're going to be able to pick the winners and keep making this funnel stronger and stronger. And that's what creates a winning formula. And where you've got your system I at the moment, no one really shares really what they're doing. We'll be doing this as a group, and as a group, you're going to be a lot stronger. So I'll be able to look into in depth where your emails are at. And funny enough, like, we use AI to look at the algorithm of what your emails are doing, and it has a look at where there's been more open rates, more click rates, and it will actually compare all the emails, and it will actually start to get educated and trained as to what is a winning email, and the AI will actually start to take over as to what creates a winning email. And what we're trying to do is build its knowledge up. So we're no longer having to have a person just look at the email and say, oh, this is what I think it is. It will know what a winning email is. So it's getting trained in the background. So we're adding these sorts of things into the back of the system as we go.
I've made you co-host if you want to just show them what
Yeah,
the
sure. So
launch,
let's
yep,
have a
and what
look.
they're expecting to get.
Yeah, because I can show them their accounts. They're all set up.
And yeah, show them their accounts
Yeah,
as well.
that's
Yep.
fine. So what we've got here, I'll move this over. You can see here we've got so all your workspaces up in the top corner here. So Sandra Watts, Margaret Wilming, you probably heard some of these names. Matt Sheehy, Bridget Rees. So I can go into any one of these. You'll have a login to come to this account, and you'll see here they're all the domains and stuff on the left here. They're already set up, and you'll see here this means this green light that they're warming up. You can see the health score. What we're trying to get achieved is 100%. So some of these have just been newly added, so they won't have one yet. Some of them have. So if we go into this account, you'll see 100, 100, 100. That one's just started, 63, 73. So what we're waiting for is to push out more of these warm-up emails. And once we hit 100, then they'll be all ready to launch. What happens with these when they are in use, that health score will drop because you'll get a few that go to spam. And once they get to about 75%, we take them out of the pool of emails and we add a different email into the system. So it's using that one instead. And that's to keep the health score up. And then what will happen is that will go back into warming. No one will use it. Once it gets back up to 100%, then it gets used again. So with your emails that you use with System E, you would not have this rotation thing where you're rotating your emails. You're just using the first one email, and then they get burnt, and eventually they'll lose their deliverability. So that's why we've built so many emails with lots of different domains. We've registered about, I don't know, a lot, a lot of domains. So I've got some more coming on. I'll go up here, have a look. We're at about 290 mailboxes at the moment. So that'll double. So each of those can push out about around about 25. Once they're fully warmed up, they'll push out about 30 each. So that's about 7,000 emails a day. That's a lot of email. The last week we had to increase the server capacity to double because I've never had this problem. It was crashing the server because we had so many emails going out. So we had to double the capacity. So it's but the way we're set up now, we've got enough capacity there to bring on, a few thousand, which would be equal to probably about 10,000 a month in emails. That's a lot. So but anyway, that's where we're at the moment. But like I said, I'd like to have you launch this weekend, but we're just waiting for these numbers to come up. And then Emma said, "Oh, well, you could just give them their email, their login, and then at least they could see what's going on." But I just said to them, "Well, I would do that, but the thing is, there'll be someone who will want to push the button early, and they'll just ruin the reputation and all the work that I've just done." So I want to make
I,
sure that when this is ready, it's ready.
yeah, but Stephen, if they got, I mean, we're all adults, if they got their login and everything, and then they just waited for the green light, could that work, or or will you send them the login at a different stage?
I don't think. Look at it this way. There's we might do some of these. I might have to have a look at which ones are totally ready. I might be able to take out the ones and put it into a different warming pool, and we can start with a little bit less, and then we can just trickle them in. That's what I was thinking about doing. At least they can get some things moving.
Launch.
Some of these are at 100, as you can see, and then if we go down, some of them are still 67. Some of them are 20. So, that health score is really important. If we don't have 100 to start, like we've got a lot there that they're almost reaching 100. So as you see, as they go down, but it's still, we're talking. If I did that, people are only going to be able to be. There's not going to be too many. We're talking probably maybe 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, and let's just wait.
And that's not very far. And then we can just launch it all at once.
Yeah. I was going to ask, like what you guys want to do. Are you in a hurry to send out a few, or it's just a matter of a couple of more days?
If they are, I can probably hook them up with a couple. But like I said,
happy to wait. Everyone's happy to wait. They're all writing in the chat.
Yeah. And like I said, throughout, we're actually bringing a whole heap more domains on, which I'm not going to be we're not going to start another group till this group's right.
Yes.
And in about another 2 weeks, we'll have another pool of domains, which we're going to use for the next group, but I'm going to hold back on that next group. And what we're going to do is those domains, we're actually going to create the email boxes, and we're going to just let you guys run for an extra month with what will be their domains to push out a whole heap of extra emails, just so you guys get that extra boost. And just to be fair to you, because you have been so patient, and you a lot more.
Yeah, when Stephen and I were, and this is why I absolutely love working with this guy, and I'm willing to give him all the time to get this going as well, because seriously, he can open it up and bring in hundreds of people, be making a mega dollars, right? But not taking care of, the first lot of people, which is all of us. And so truly, the way he's doing it is very ethical, very honest, and seriously, we're in really, really good hands, because at the end of the day, he said to me earlier, he said, Emma, my concern is not bringing in all these people. My concern is that everybody that's already paid, which is us lot of 20 that is closed off, all of us are getting sales of some kind. And that's so I think we're really lucky to be in first. Yeah, go ahead, Terry.
Okay, I've just got a question, and Debbie just put it in the chat group as well. Do we create our own emails? And if so, when do we start creating them?
No.
So they're already created, these emails. And what will happen is when they reply to one of these emails, because it doesn't have your actual email address,
right?
They have like they'll be sent directly to you. Like they'll be replied to your wherever you want to send them. So say you've got an email that you're already using, the replies will go back to there.
Okay.
So, and the reason why we don't give them to one person is if they have to be removed from a pool, okay, if they get removed from the pool, you'll still get the email if someone sends it, even though it's removed from the pool, but we removed it from the pool so it's not actually sending anything out, and it's building up that reputation again.
Okay, and just one more question. If you're creating the emails, we're not doing it ourselves. We all have different target audiences, different perfect customers. How is it that the emails will be targeted to our perfect customer if we've all got different customers?
So these are new customers. What's a perfect customer? Someone that buys.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what I've done,
So,
you're all using the same thing. It's all the same blueprint, okay? So I use AI to create a heap of hashtags based around the blueprint, basically, who the people that would be interested. For instance, the
entrepreneur.
on mompreneur, work from home, things that people are looking up on social media to find out about a business that they can.
We've lost you, Stephen.
You can hear me or not?
Stephen, we've lost you. Can you hear him, guys?
No.
No, Stephen,
can't.
your mic. No,
Can't
we
hear
can't hear you.
I can hear him.
No.
Hello?
Yep, now we
Yeah,
can.
I don't know what happened there because it wasn't my mic. I didn't do anything. Yeah, so pretty much they're all these keywords are based around, what you guys are selling. You
No,
will
that's
still
fine.
have
It's
your
just-
audience that you speak to.
Yeah.
You will
Yeah.
still have your audience you speak to. But this
because
is,
we use-
remember, this is what you're
Yeah.
doing on social media. Yes, you do have a certain audience that is probably attracted
Right.
to you, okay? Because everyone has their own personality.
Yeah.
These people are fresh
Yeah.
leads. They're fresh people. They're people that have never been in front of you before.
Yeah.
That's who you want to be in front of.
Yeah, that's
You don't
great.
want to have you don't want to have TikTok dictate who the perfect person is to you and who they
No.
push it out to, because they decide.
Yeah,
With
that's
this,
right. Yes.
no
This
one's
is
deciding anything. We're
Yes.
putting it in front of fresh people that haven't seen your stuff before.
Yeah, that's brilliant. I don't think we quite understood that bit because it's
Yeah.
been built into us with the social media, how we must have our
It's-
perfect
It
customers.
is different.
But this is a different game altogether. So
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
just getting people that want to be online, whether they're mumpreneur, seniorpreneur, anypreneur. Who
That's
cares?
right.
If they're going to purchase from us, they're going to end up being, our perfect
Exactly.
customer.
Yeah,
at the
I
end
don't
of the day.
I don't think we quite understood that because
Yeah,
we're in
yeah.
the social media world. So
Yeah.
this is
I think
exciting.
it's something that you guys are really like. It's totally different because you do have your own type of audience on social media that'll get attracted to you because you have. I guess if you're young, you're probably going to have it be attracted. Younger people may be more attracted. If you're older, you're going to have older people attracted to you because people tend to, I guess, the algorithm tends to bring those type of audiences to you. They sort of match you
Yes.
up. Whereas
Yeah.
with this, these are fresh people that people haven't even like seen your product before.
And I think
Yes,
Margaret, you've got your hand up, Margaret. Do you want to unmute? Margaret,
hear you?
unmute. We
Yep,
can't hear you.
unmute. Yep.
We can't hear you, Margaret.
Yeah, sorry. I was just trying to find my cursor and it was on the other screen. Apologies. So the actual format of the email that's going to these people, who creates that? Is that something we create?
So that's something where we'll probably create something that's fairly look, let me just show you. That's probably the best way.
Thank you.
Let's go to Emma because I like picking on Emma.
She's tough.
You have to be. I did real estate, mate.
I know.
Yeah, that's it. We're tough.
We're
Yeah, my
tough.
wife's in real estate, so I know how to handle them. Right. So we'll go over to our campaign. We called this Emma's $1 million campaign. I don't know why she wanted to call it that. But if you have a look at sequences, right? So if we go here, they're basically the same as what you would have in System E. If you have a look, this first one, it says 2-hour workday for early retirement. Yes. Now these are partly done with AI, and partly done with just
Human.
Emma's brain and my brain put together.
So can
So,
I ask, see how it says there, I retired from a six-figure income as a real estate
so we
agent.
will do
That's going to be different.
That's
yeah,
going to be
so-
changed
so
for
we-
everybody.
yeah,
Yeah.
so we're going to actually personalize that reply
Personalised.
Oh,
for
yeah, good.
everybody.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we
yeah.
have thought about that. So everybody's got their own one line that they can put in.
Yeah,
But what
right.
we'll probably do is we'll let you'll have access to this. I think what will be best for you to do is have that line before we launch it, that you go in and personalize that yourself, because
Yeah,
you
that's
know
good.
yourself better than I know you, right? That's but
True.
that will make that a bit more personable.
Yeah.
And then that second line as well, how you came out of what you were doing or why you changed. And then but the rest of it's
Excellent.
pretty much like you can leave the same. The signature you'll need to change, okay? And then if we go to number 2, this one you'll see doesn't have a link. So we spend two emails just showing the system we're not spam. That's what we're doing, right? Because usually, straight out of the box, when you get an email from someone you don't know, what do? They send you links, they send you this, have a look at this, have a look at that.
Yeah.
We're not trying to, we're trying to get them interested. We're not selling them just yet.
Yeah.
All right. Now we'll actually start to ask them to
Call of action.
call of action, so I'm in right now, let's do something. So it talks about this blueprint that sort of hypes it up, my inbox exploding, servers are smoking, people are sprinting to get started, it's just making it a bit more exciting. And then we're like,
Right.
I'm in, and we're trying to invoke a reply. The next one, we're probably going to change these ones. We're going to be changing from a reply to a link here. So it's usually about 3 or 4 in, probably 3. I reckon we'll probably move this up to here, like I just did then. And then we'll start to get a reply by then. So you're looking at about 3 days, and then we start to push them for a reply. And then what we do is we won't be having one day. We do that for the first sort of 3 or 4 because you want to keep in their brain. But if they haven't invoked a response by now, all you're starting to do is start to annoy the hell out of them, and then they're going to push the spam button. So what you want to do is actually back off. So we'll probably change this timing to probably every 3 days and then every 7 days. And then we're just trying to just keep in touch with them. But we're actually far better to get in front of some new people by now than what we would be to just keep pumping these emails to people that
And
aren't interested.
just build on them.
Yeah.
On
I think
these ones.
if you haven't got anything by about at least a week and a half, I would just be moving on. So the idea here is actually to get in front of as many people as possible.
And then we're going to work on which I can help everybody with the responses, because that's gonna be the sales is going to be up to us, right? Because if everything was done AI, because Steve and I worked on it, and personally I think you need human contact. You absolutely need human contact. I mean, Stephen can easily make it completely automated where the system will just reply for you, whatever. But I can't agree to that. I think we'll miss out on a lot of sales. So we need human. So with the human responses is something, we can work on together with how it's worked for us when, because I've had a lot of actual email responses and success with it when people have just replied to my automation. So I can go through with you guys on, what to do with the first, second, third.
People can tell the difference. Sorry to butt in. People can tell the difference when it's automated. I know I can.
Yes.
And people aren't
Yes.
silly, you know. They know when they're getting automated, email thing, So yeah, but I mean, we're getting to the point now with AI. It is getting really, really clever. It's getting harder to actually recognize the difference. So, but we're not quite there yet. So you can see here we've got all the emails in there that we've scraped for it. So all these are all off social media, and they're all being targeted at basically working online. So they're all like quality. You won't find that sort of quality of email, and they've already been verified and checked and stuff, so we know they're real people.
And they're a lot better than LinkedIn. Trust me, I've had LinkedIn emails.
I've
And
tried every type of different email.
Yeah, I got nowhere with LinkedIn no matter what I did. These are more quality emails than LinkedIn. Can you show them my campaign? I mean, I'd like to see it as well, because that just went off last night, didn't it?
Yeah,
Did it?
I can show you.
I mean, obviously, I haven't had a sale yet, guys, but
93.73%, 6% click rate.
that's huge.
And the bounce rate's low. It's only 13 out of the 900 we sent. So that means that's what landed. That's
Look at
the bounce
90,
rate.
91%, guys. If I show you my 1400 in Systems IO, I am dead lucky if I can get 4% open. 4% from my Systems IO. These are people that have given me their emails. So this is huge.
This click rate is quite low, because you know why? Because if you saw the
There's
emails
nothing
that
to
we're
click.
sending, we actually didn't put any links at all in those first three. We only had just warming up that audience, and then they're only getting 1 or 2 clicks towards the end of that campaign before we start to retarget someone else. So we give them a couple of chances at the end to retarget. And what I'll do is I'll put another one that goes out maybe like a month later, just to see if you can, maybe it's just wrong timing, but we're not going to keep smashing them with emails. We'll just move to the next person, because we've got so many leads that we're scraping. Like, why get in front of like a limited pool of people? Let's get in front of as many people as we can. The idea is to get that message out to as many people as we can, and you'll get in front of that one person that's the right person. They're looking for something at the right time. Most people, it's not about what you're offering in their life. It's about the timing. If they're in between jobs or they're just retired, like, you might send them an email and they're not ready. Well, it's not because they don't have the money, they're not interested in your offer. It's just timing and having the right message at the right time. So that's why it's smart to get in front of as people as you can, and then just maybe 1 month later, maybe they're in a different type of transition, or something happens, or they need something new, and then you get in front of them again, and then you might find that they've been thinking about this thing over a couple of weeks now, and it's and then you've come back in their email box and they go, oh, there's that thing, I need to get onto it this time, I'm not going to let it go. So it's just the opportunity and the timing.
Can I just say, Stephen, with this click rate, this is the first email that's gone out. Is that correct? Yesterday?
That was yours. That was
I know. That's the very first.
That's right.
Yeah. So this click rate, there's no link to click on, right?
That one. Yeah, but I changed it a little bit. That's what I said, and there's none on there now. So I'm saying it'll be low because I took the link off it.
Okay.
So I don't want links on that first email.
Correct.
Like I said, I want to have, so it's just get a hit inbox to get a really high to get a really high inbox rate. the algorithm likes to have no links at all. Because if you have a look at most emails you'll get, the first email you'll get is one with a link in it. So if Google sees like, oh, here's this email again, next time it goes, oh, well, they didn't have a link in it, so they mustn't be too bad. So they'll let it in the inbox the second time, but the next time we've got a link in it. So it's all doing the opposite of what everyone else does, basically. So yeah, what I do is not traditional to what everyone else is doing. And that's why we can get that sort of score. But what you'll find too is sometimes you're not going to get that open rate straight away because it depends on the message and it depends on the people. So we have to keep monitoring this every day, and that will change. A good score is over 30%. So open rate, right? You'll find over time the open rate will
That's
drop.
huge.
Yeah, so the open rate will drop.
Mm.
Like if you have a look at this campaign, you'll see that, I can't really show you now because I think this is in the way. But what will happen is that will drop to from 90, and over time it'll get to 40. So that's why it's no point in actually staying in front of that same audience, because it's basically going to lose interest over some time. People will look at it the first time and the second time. So what we do is give them a break, come back in maybe, 2 weeks' time and send them another one. Maybe another 2 weeks' time, send them another one. So we send them a couple of random ones, but just not in their face all the time, and start and use the power of that inbox and the system to get in front of some new people. Because you'll get the people that will buy something, and you see it. Some people are crazy when, especially my wife, when she goes to the shopping centre, there's a sale on, she'll just grab it straight away. So you'll get some people who buy straight away, and you'll get some people just simmer and look at it. I know from a lot of testing, some people will go to an online store, and just through our tracking, because I do some stuff for some of my friends, they'll put stuff in the cart 16 times before they make a purchase. 16 times. And you think, oh, I never knew that. I thought no one would do that, but they do. They'll do it 16 times, and maybe they're just favoriting something so they can come back and look at it later. I think that's what they do. But then they'll make a purchase. So it's just the timing. So what we do is we just do 2 or 3 hits with a link. We let it simmer for a week or 2, and then just send them another one, and then maybe send them one more. But then what we're going to do is we're going to be able to turn over those 2 or 3 in a hit, 2 or 3 in a hit, 2 or 3 in a hit, and then just put those ones on the back burner for a little while, let them have a bit of a rest.
All right. So
I think you understand.
Sorry to butt in, Stephen. So we just getting back on that earlier, so we're not going to launch those ones that are 100. Everyone's happy to wait a few more days. Okay, we got head nods there. Let's. Do you want to open up for questions? Just, I'm conscious it's a Sunday afternoon and everyone was complaining when they come on. Does anyone have any questions? And Stephen, actually, moving forward from here, are the email numbers cumulative, assuming the email campaign will be, hang on, there's a message here from Debbie. Is it Debbie? Okay, so she's saying, are the email numbers cumulative, assuming the email campaign will be 10 to 20 emails? If we are getting 2,500 per month, does that mean by month 5? Oh, yeah, okay. So she's basically saying the emails that go out today, they will always belong to them, right? So they can actually download those emails and take them and move on if they needed to. Every email that goes out belongs to them.
They are theirs. No one else shares the same email.
So yes,
the emails are just yours. So when I add them, it checks that there's no duplicates in other people's campaigns. And if someone has got that same email, it won't add it to your email. That way they're
Correct.
not overwritten by anybody else. So
Yeah.
you're not getting a list or a copy of somebody else's. We're not sharing them around. They're all fresh and they're yours and you can download them.
No, what she means, if she gets 2,500 this month, next month she's actually got 5,000. Month 3, it's 7,000.
So once
So
their
keeps
campaign
accumulating.
is delivered all the way for that person, then they will be removed from the system. But doesn't mean that you can't. And if I was you, if you want to keep them, I'd just make a habit of exporting your emails out at the end of the month if you want to.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So
So to answer that
they're
question.
they're free to export their emails out whenever they like. It's not.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
So,
don't own them.
no.
You guys are paid for those. So yeah.
It's exactly like Systems.io. Every email that goes into Systems.io belongs to you. It's the same here. Once the email campaign goes out with those 2,500, those emails, you decide to move on. They're your emails. Download them and take them with you. Yeah. So, okay. Is there anyone else with any questions? Okay.
Well, let's all have a coffee.
Yeah, let's have some lunch.
Yeah.
Let's go and have-
So
Stephen, that
I
was
guess
awesome.
I guess the
Yes.
next question would be, Stephen, where are we going from here? So as far as their login details and all of that to start the campaign.
I'll keep in touch with you, Emma. As soon as I see, like I said, as soon as I see that we got, even if we get like 60% of those ones to 100 this week, then we can start with those and the rest can warm up.
Yeah.
But you'll see that over the next couple of weeks, you guys are going to be we're going to keep adding to your pool of mailboxes. So you'll see the leads that are contacted per day will just keep increasing because we're going to keep adding to it. Like I said, we're adding more domains and more mailboxes every day. It's just as soon as they come online, I'll just go, okay, I've got another 20, I'll add another 20, and I'll keep doing that until we push out all of those emails that we want to get 8,000 emails out for you guys in that first month. And we'll just, if it takes a little bit longer to push them out, we'll just leave them in a bit longer. But we're not going to bring on another group until we see that you've caught up to what you paid for.
Okay. So
I think that's a fair thing to do.
yeah.
Because you've been patient to wait, and
Yeah.
we need to see that that's rewarded.
Okay. So someone's just asked a question, but before that happens, do you have a time limit for do you think it's another 2 days, 3 days before we'll kick forward moving forward?
The system will tell me. I don't. That's what I'm saying. These health scores. I don't. The algorithm. What happens is, if you have a look. So if we have a look at this one, for instance.
Yeah.
Because all emails, the way that email is, there's always going to be some that won't land in the inbox. Now this one's been pretty good. It had 6 cent. So 22 received 6 cent. That was today. There was 6 cent today, but so far this one hasn't had any land in the inbox or saved for spam. So these have got fresh stats. So that was 12 days.
Yeah.
So
it's fair to say by the end of the week.
We have to make sure all this is all pass. So MX, DKMI, S. But basically, we need to see this get to this.
Okay.
Once I see that, then like this one's had 19 cent emails and it's at 96%. So I'd be happy with 96%. We don't like to see them drop below about Oh, the very lowest is 65, but I try to pull them out at 70, 75%.
Okay. So someone's asked, how long until the wait list opens again? Up. I have a friend that wants in.
We aren't opening it up until we've delivered to you guys first. That's pretty much it. But we will have a wait list. You can wait. It might come open sooner than we think. It just depends on when I'm happy, basically. I'm not going to I
So
don't want to rock the boat. I don't want to, we basically get this right and make sure that we got these health scores like this before we send out.
yeah.
And then when we send out, we'll make sure people are landing in the right place and getting in front of their audience.
So I guess, Stephen, this person that's interested, because there's a couple more that are interested, they can just go to the beginning how you had set it up and just put all their details, their credit card, but no money's going to go out until you're ready to open it up. Is that correct?
So basically they'll put the credit card details on there.
Okay.
They'll go on the wait list. And then once I'm satisfied this group has got what
you'll open it up.
Then I'll open it up.
Okay. And Melissa's asked, can you please talk on how the bot setup is going? Your bot has been set up. The bots have been set up.
Melissa, we're talking.
I had a
I'm
look.
just
I
trying
don't
to
know
get.
whether
Is
it's
that
on
Melissa
my
Verdict?
website yet.
What was that, Melissa?
I couldn't see it on my website. I just didn't know whether it's been added to my website
It
yet.
should be on the bottom left corner, I think.
Yeah.
Righto. I'll have another
Are you
double check.
earndailypayment.com?
Yeah, that's me. Yep.
Let's have a look. Well,
yeah, all right.
Yeah, the bot's definitely on there.
Righto.
Is it payment.com?
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That's it. Some people don't know what they're looking at. Maybe, I don't know. This is you, is it?
Yep. Down here in the left. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, right. You actually don't have it.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it hasn't loaded. I don't know. Very slow loading. I'll leave it with you. We'll have a look at that after this. You want to hang around?
Yeah. Yeah, that's okay. That's all right.
We'll hang around.
Melissa.
Was Melissa's the one that we were waiting on because I'd made it and we were waiting on?
No, Melissa, that was who's that in Bali? You were working on.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We'll have a look at that right away. Well,